Yo, what is going on, YouTube? I'm coming at you with a little bit of Return of the Fire King's structure deck. Is this worth it? That is the question that is on everyone's mind. So very briefly, we're going to go over the new cards that were added. First up being the Fire King High Avatar Garnix, whatever you want to call it. Pretty interesting card. Basically, if it's destroyed by a card effect, every standby phase, both you and your opponents, it comes back and it pops all of their monsters on the board. So super interesting because it happens on your opponent's turn as well. The problem being it has to be destroyed by card effect. This thing is only 2,700 body for attack stat line. So it is extremely easy to just roll over it with any high attack monster. You can back it up with, Sphere Creepos, World Legacy Clashes, Econs, etc., so you don't get run over. But I could easily see it struggling against something like Citus, which just has too much gosh darn defense. Then we got Fire King Avatar Garnix, the normal version of it, which is right now not that useful. Basically, if a Fire King monster is destroyed, you can special summon it from your hand, which would be interesting for synchro plays, but it's level 3, and then you don't really have any tuners built into the Fire King archetype, at least not as of right now in the structure deck. But more importantly, if this card in your position is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle or card effect, it's into the graveyard, you can special summon one Fire King Avatar. The problem with that, this is a Fire King High Avatar, so he cannot summon this new card, so you're pretty much forced to summoning older Fire Kings, which are just not worth summoning from the deck, if we're being honest with you guys. Then the next new card that we have lined up is the Circle of the Fire Kings. This is probably going to be the best card coming out of the structure deck, and only time will tell if it's going to be how relevant it's going to be and how many copies you're going to need. Basically, this card, you target one fire monster. Any fire monster, doesn't have to be Fire King, just a fire monster. Control, and one fire monster in your graveyard. You destroy the monster you control, and if you do that, you special summon the other monster from your graveyard. This card once per turn. So that is really interesting because this also counts as being destroyed by a card effect, so it'll trigger all your Fire King effects. However, this is any generic fire can use this card. So the first thing comes to mind, Shiranui, Purgatrio, think cards like that. So I think this card has potential to at least be a good side deck card in certain matchups. It is a quick play spell as well, so you got to keep that in mind. Super, super interesting card. Definitely my personal favorite box. So time will tell how good this card will be. Next, we have Onslaught of the Fire Kings. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you special summon one Fire Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast type monster from your deck. Its effects are negated and it's destroyed during the end. So obviously, being able to go into a high avatar with this card, going second, and then you end your turn, it comes back in the standby phase, is super, super, super good. However, the problem with that is the condition is kind of annoying to get to. If you go first, for example, you basically can't make a play with this card in your open hand, so it's not that great of a starter. It's only good going second part. So it could be interesting to see if some sort of cheesy build with a high avatar comes out with this card. Might be a little interesting to see. But ultimately, when I was testing it, most of the time I just ended up going first, opening two of these. Like, okay, just dead cards all over. So that's it for the new cards. They did reprint quite a few old cards, which are pretty neat to have. If you never picked up the Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys, that is available as in this thing. As you can see, I have 4 copies now. So for new players, is really, really good. You also get Special Hurricane. Discard a card from your hand, destroy all special summon monsters on the field. Actually, a really good card that just like recently pretty much stopped being used. So really, really interesting to use there. If you guys don't have that, if you don't have like it's basically a poor man's system down, but it works on everything. So pretty cool that they gave you that. And then you've got some other Nifta support that aren't really, really super good. You get some of the Fire King cards as well, which actually really help for farming, which is pretty cool. A lot of like U-Bell decks and stuff help out. So for new players, this is actually a really interesting structure deck. Helps you with get like a good competent farming deck without really having to grind at all. So my overall thoughts on the structure deck right now, if you wanted to play pure Fire Kings, and this is my first impressions, you know, I tried a couple of different builds. I tried the pure, I tried the ritual, I tried a couple of meme invoke builds. I just couldn't get anything that was A, consistent, or B, you know, just wasn't really like it worked back in 2017, but there's no way it's going to work in today's meta. You know, things that concern me are things like trying to get your high habitat Garnex. Okay, you've got it going every standby phase. You've got one summoning because you've got two of them in the graveyard. But then what do you do when the opponent drops Casitas on the board? That's it, you know? Like your whole strategy falls apart, so you can't play around that. All right, we've got Niftis. How about that? Niftis is 2400 body. If you just swing into it normally, you can't affect anymore. Okay, but that's fine. We have cards that can back it up, like Circle of the Fire Kings. However, I think the potential of Circle of Fire Kings will be more useful in other decks. That'll just help out other decks more, at least in my opinion. So where does the structure deck kind of fall? If I were you guys, I would not buy this right away. I would wait until the mini box gets released because, or potentially even the main box after. Because if you guys remember, the last couple of structures of deck, Gladiator, Beast, Dragoonity, their potential was not unlocked until there was a main box UR in that big main box that made those structure decks worth it. And I think that is just going to be where Konami is heading with these structure decks. This deck feels like Pure Fire Kings feels incredibly incomplete right now. So I do believe that they're going to be releasing some sort of UR card that'll make the deck more complete. The thing that I would keep an eye out for beyond that, Circle of the Fire Kings. I think this card's ridiculous, and we'll have to see if it ends up being a main deck card, a side deck card, or what happens with it. Because I do think quite a bit of potential. So there you go. That's going to be my first impression review of Return of the Fire Kings, and check out our other content coming up, especially with the mini box soon. Bye, YouTube. Check him out, ignore the contact fusion part. Hell yeah, dude, we're in there. Pop everything, dude. I'm just gonna hit yes. This is optimal. What the fuck is going on? What does this do? Special summon. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. Oh my god, dude. Check this out. We win. Easy clap. Check this out, dude. Swing. He's got nothing, dude. He ain't got nothing. Holy shit. It's broken. Tier 1. YouTube! Circle. Actually kind of poggers, by the way. I can nuke his field, right? Oh my god, here we go. Alright, let's nuke everything. Nuke everything! Boom, 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 boom! We chillin', dude. Then we chillin'. Activate again. Hell yeah. Wait, it's during any standby phase? Wait, that's kind of cool. What the... Oh shit. Hold on. I didn't know that. Alright, let's not get Exodiad. Ooh. Alright, so this... Holy fuck. Check this out, dude. This is the best card in this goddamn deck. Oh my god. I'm not even memeing, by the way. I'm not even memeing. This is not a meme right now. I'm not even memeing. Holy shit. Look at this! Dude, come on. Tell me that's not sick. Come on. Ooh. Big Pog. Alright, so let's go Fire King. We summoning. Check out these big plays, boys. Check out these epic big plays. Did I chain? No, fuck it, we're going in. Not fine? Dude, where's the faith? We're so fine. We're finer than you've ever goddamn seen. I'm about to mercy kill this fool. See ya. Got him. Oh, Avatar.